this video tutorial. My name is Glenn. I am currently a Senior Information and Computer Technology major at East Carolina University. I have developed this tutorial as part of my senior capstone project. I hope it enhances your understanding of Linux concepts. In this video tutorial, we will be discussing SE Linux in the Red Hat Enterprise Linux operating system. SE Linux stands for Secure Linux. It was designed as part of an NSA effort to secure computer infrastructures. It uses a targeted policy, which means that it only affects a small number of network applications, the ones you see here. SE Linux operates with three states. The first is enforcing. This means that the process that violates the SE Linux policy is prohibited and that the violations are logged. The next state is permissive. In this state, violations generate warnings and the violation is logged, but the action is allowed to continue. In the disabled state, SE Linux is turned off and all actions are allowed. To change the SE Linux state, you would use the set_enforce command. Set_enforce 0 sets SE Linux to permissive. Set_enforce 1 sets SE Linux to enforcing. You can also modify the /etc/sysconfig/SE Linux file. Though, if you modify etc sysconfig SE Linux, the changes will not take effect until next boot. Through the get_enforce command, you can view what the current SE Linux state is. When using the ls and ps commands, you can add the -Z switch to view the SE Linux pertinent information about the files and processes. What you are viewing in this case is the SE Linux context of the files and processes. The kernel stores messages from SE Linux and other processes in /var/log/messages. This file should be reviewed whenever you are looking for SE Linux violations. When you need to change a file's SE Linux context, you will use the chcon command. The pertinent switches for the chcon command are -R, which recursively changes the context of files and directories, --reference, which uses the context of a known good file to replace the context of the file that is causing issues. -U allows you to set the user portion of the context. -R allows you to set the role portion of the context. And -T allows you to set the type portion of the context. When you need to view or change the state of SE Linux booleans, you'll use getSEBool or setSEBool. GetSEBool allows you to view the state of the SE Linux booleans. Adding the -A switch will allow you to view the settings for all SE Linux booleans. When using setSEBool, you can change the state of SE Linux booleans. Adding the -P switch makes Boolean changes take effect immediately and makes the changes persistent across boots. You can also edit several SE Linux options through the use of the System Config Security Level GUI. To launch the GUI, you simply enter the System Config Security Level terminal command. We will now discuss how to view and change the SE Linux state. Using the get_enforce command, we can view what the current state of SE Linux is. Currently, SE Linux is enforcing on this machine. If we use set_enforce with either a 0 or 1, we can change the SE Linux state. Set_enforce 0 will set the SE Linux state to permissive, which can be verified by using the get_enforce command. If we use set_enforce 1, we can change the SE Linux state back to enforcing. We can also change the SELinux state by modifying the /etc/sysconfig/SELinux file. Do a nano etc sysconfig SELinux. We can see that here we can change the SELinux state. Now, this does not take effect immediately and will take effect on the next boot if changed. We will now go over the -z switch for the ps and lx commands. If we do a ps -z, we can display the SELinux information for all running processes. This can be helpful when troubleshooting SELinux. We can also use the same switch with the ls command. We can see the SELinux context for all of the files within root's home directory using the ls-a-z. Now we're going to discuss the chcon command. The chcon command is useful for copying the SELinux context from one file to another. For instance, let's take an ll-z of /etc/httpd/conf/ and we can see that I have backed up the httpd.conf file into the httpd.conf.orig file. Now, if I would like the SELinux context of the httpd.conf file to be the exact same on the httpd.conf.orig file, I would use the chcon command. Chcon --reference equals, and then the file path /etc/httpt/conf/httpd.conf, and then the file path of the file that I'm going to change /etc/httpd/conf/httpd.conf.orig. Now we take another ll-z and we can see that the SELinux context has been modified on the httpd.conf.orig file. Now we'll discuss get SEBool and set SEBool. With get SEBool -a, we can view the state of all the booleans. And with set SEBool, we can change it. For instance, if we would like to change squid, we simply run set SEBool and now we check it. It is on. Now this would be lost on updates or on reboot. So if we add the -P switch, it makes the change persistent and immediate. And now we will take a look at the system-config-security level GUI. Within the GUI, we can set the SELinux state to enforcing, permissive, or disabled. Now you should know how to view and change SELinux states, view and change SELinux security contexts, view SELinux violation messages, view and change the SELinux booleans, and use the basic features of the SELinux GUI tool.